Yo, welcome to Dallas Parlay. It's your boy Brandon here again, and back in action. I got that's you.
Josh, man. Josh Harper. Sorry, man. I thought you were talking, man. I didn't know what's going on. I'm not
No,
sitting
no.
next to you, so I can't see your hand. We
Yeah,
got
we're
we got to
doing
figure this
some
distance thing out.
some remote recording here. We're testing it out. Our voices might sound a little different, but we're trying to get on track. We're trying to start this actual production value. Once a week or something, we'll get together, talk some sports.
Absolutely.
We're not the analysts of the community, but some bar time, bar stool sports action here.
Absolutely. I mean, I was going to say, add on to your intro there. Uh, we can provide some experience, some value here, some information, opinions,
Yeah,
valuable sports opinions, I believe.
yeah, we just gotta get some fans out there. Come on, guys, hit
Oh,
us up.
hey, man, if you build it, they will come. I've been living like that my whole life.
Perfect. All right. Well, we're gonna jump right into it. We're gonna talk about some Mavericks. Josh actually just relayed some Dallas Cowboys news to me, so we'll get into that here in a minute. But um, maybe even some March Madness. I'm not too big into college sports, but I know Josh Prep, he has it all. He covers everything. He just sits there at home and researches it all. I know.
I still can't figure out if it's better to know a little bit of a lot or a whole lot of one thing. And so far, I'm the guy that knows a little bit of a lot. So
Yeah, I think that's key. You just have it. You can know a little bit, or a lot of a little bit, but as long as you have an opinion on that, then that's the part that sells, right? And you just
oh,
talk like
I
you
can
know
give
it
you
all.
opinion. Oh, I can give you opinion. And right now, talking Mavs, it's just going to fire me up real quick,
Yeah.
real quick,
All right. Well, what
because
happened
it
last night?
is nasty. Well, what happened last night is we don't have the two of the best players in the entire league, Luka and Kyrie, because I don't know what the heck happened to Luka's leg, hip, or whatever his hamstring or quad, whatever.
Quad. Yeah,
And
I think I heard
Kyrie,
quad.
I don't even know what's going on with Kyrie. I don't know. Must just be his paid time off, his PTO he took during the season, which I can accept. I can handle it. I sent you a text message last week about this time, and I said, all right, here we go. The Mavs are going to go on a 10-0 run. They're going to win 10 games. This is the part of their schedule. They've got to win. In fact, I was going to go in. I was going to put a futures bet on the Mavs, who were at the time down 6.5 games to the Grizzlies, to win the division at like plus 500. Which for those who don't gamble, it means a $100 bet would have paid 500. So basically 5 times your money. Well, not now. They've lost the 2 damn games I needed them to win. These freaking jerks. Freaking jerks.
Yeah, man. Uh, Especially without. I mean, the Mavs. We've all noticed are great when Kyrie's by himself, and they're great when Luka's by themselves. Hasn't come together with both of them. But when they're by themselves, I think they were. I mean, they only had a few games with Kyrie by himself, so it was. I think they were like 2-1 or something. I mean, they play well, man. The ball moves. It's a little faster. They're trying to work that in with Luka, and then when Luka's by himself, obviously he takes over. So without both of
And
them,
it's
Jaden Hardy
important to
is
note
yeah. Jaden Hardy's
that
like a
it was
beast.
against the Kings, bro.
That's
When
true.
we first got Kyrie and he played by himself, he played against the Kings. And then Luka came back in the second game and they couldn't figure out the last second shot for what, 4 games now? It's like for 4 games
Dude,
that they played together that they've
yes.
lost on the last second shot. So but anyways, yes,
What is
props
up?
to
We can get
young
into that
guys.
since you brought it up. Fourth quarter action. I was gonna get into this anyway because it's in my notes, like to talk about freaking Jason Kidd, and that's a great segue to that. Like fourth quarter comes along. Why are we getting these huge leads? Like our offense soars like one first quarter through the third quarter, and yet somehow in that fourth quarter they just stagnate. Like it's like one on one, and then no ball movement. Or maybe that's me. Maybe that's just all I'm seeing. I'm seeing one on one. Luca, 10 seconds left. We throw up something, and these teams are getting back into it. Like when does the coach decide? Like, hey, guys, our offense was awesome. Like we have ball movement, we have pace. What happens? What happens in that fourth?
I have no explanation. Brandon. It's frustrating to see. It's frustrating to watch. I'm tired of 14 point, 15 point, 18 point fourth quarters in a Western Conference that's divided by very few games, where you can tomorrow be the ninth seed and then win 2 games and be the third seed. So every game matters. Every game's important, and there's only 13 games left. I mean, we are a month away from playoffs, man. If they get there,
Right?
assuming they get there.
Yeah. We can't catch a win in these next, especially with both of them out. I mean, I haven't heard. I'm sitting here trying to Google like a timetable, and I see nothing. Like I'm not
Nothing.
seeing anything about them coming
Nothing.
back, either of them. But
Nothing.
I do see this. Man, I'm Jason Kidd better step it up. I feel like he low key is on the hot seat. You know, they talk about that in the NFL, like which coach is on the hot seat. I think Jason Kidd, for for such a good season last year, and we were all high on him. He's in the hot seat now. It's like it's not getting better. It's just getting worse. So you're adding better. Christian Wood is not his biggest fan, or Christian Wood is not whatever. Jason Kidd doesn't like Christian Wood. I mean it's plain and simple, and and then we add Kyrie, and it's not getting better. It's getting worse almost. It's like we have more questions now than we did before. It's insane.
Yeah, it's it's hard to understand how a coach continues to preach defense first when his defense is the worst in the league. So I don't see how that's possible. I'm not seeing that. Again, and it's NBA. We're in the March Madness tournament that technically starts tonight. There are teams that they don't play well during the regular season grind, but then you get them in the March Madness and to the tournament, and they're geared for the tournament. So maybe the Mavs, because I'll be honest, Brent, there's not a team in the West that scares me when we're healthy.
Yeah.
When Luka and Kyrie are on the floor, I'm not scared of Denver, even though they're really, really good, and they'll definitely be the favorite to win. I'm not scared of Memphis, even with Ja when he comes back. I'm definitely not scared of Phoenix, who, by the way, just lost Durant for 2 weeks, maybe even more. I don't even know what it was, due to his some random foot injury in the middle of warm-ups.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me that ain't karma. Tell me that ain't karma.
he gets hurt a lot, so
Yeah.
it's just kind of figures, But did you see the injury or how it happened?
Yeah, I did.
Dude,
I saw the video.
I was like, oh, it looked like something I would do at the rec. Oh,
Exactly.
It's
Right.
just miserable.
Well, you and I are not, professional athletes. So
And I just got his shoes, like the new one, the KD 15. Golly, I'm about to
you better be
to
careful.
return them suckers.
Oh, yeah. You better be careful.
I love him though. I'm not a KD fan, but and Kyrie. If they still made the Kyrie they kept updating his shoes, I would buy them. Kyrie's were my favorite shoes, but KD is the next step, or my runner up. And not like I said, I'm just not a KD fan, but I sure do wear his shoes.
Yeah.
So we're below 500. And man,
unacceptable.
I want an answer. That's it's like I need your expertise, man. Like, what is the answer?
The answer is we need to get healthy. I don't think Jason, and even though he should be, I don't think Jason Hook's going to be on the hook. Excuse me, Jason Kidd is going to be on the hook this year for what's. I think that I just don't think they're going to get rid of him after this year, but I do think next year. It will be a very intense season. He will be on the hook. And if it doesn't go well, they're 500 halfway through, he might be out.
Yeah. He has problems with every team he's on. I mean, it seems like every team he's been with, he's just kind of slowly, there's a problem each time, And, like, my thing is the in-game, like, he might have a great plan. I don't really know. But the thing I noticed from my unexpertise eyes is that he does not have in-game, like, critiques. Like, he can't fix, he sees...
In-game adjustments.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, in out-of-bounds plays, dude. Like, how can you draw up this, like... I know, like I said, I'm hovering on the Twitter sphere, and this things, and I see, this one person edit. He like put two plays right beside each other, like last second plays, and they were the same freaking play for like the final shot. And oh yeah, and I saw it. It shows Luca like notice that okay, they're guarding us, like they know the play. Like
Yeah,
what?
right. Yeah,
Come on, man.
we
You're
can't
an
run this.
NBA
They know what we're
coach.
doing. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're an
Exactly.
NBA coach. You should have 1,000 plays and run them like in practice. Try like the fact that we're running an ISO play on it. You have 4 seconds left. We get the ball into Luca's hands at half court. That's your play. Like Luca, take a step back three. He can do that anytime. Let's set him. Let's set or don't give it to Luca. I mean, Rick Carlisle was great at getting other people the ball too. Jason Terry, even before like Vince Carter. I was at a game when Vince Carter hit this amazing three in the playoffs against San Antonio, and dude, like, come on, let's get something out there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a process. That's what everyone says. I don't know. I feel like I don't know why it's so difficult for players to just not come in and be more cohesive. I think that we have two players that one they spend a lot of time off the court together, at different times. So Luca goes, they go together 6 minutes in the first quarter. Kyrie goes off. Luca takes the first 6 minutes of the second quarter. So, and then the same thing in the second half. So that makes us very strong. And then we just have to figure out how to finish that last six
That
minutes.
fourth quarter, yeah.
That last 6 minutes, we got to figure out how to finish that, and that's where we've been struggling for some reason. So we gotta figure that part out. And again, to be not to be completely pessimistic about everything, I still just get to the playoffs, get these guys
You're so
back.
the positive guy in this
Hurry,
relationship.
please. Well, I'm just I can't look at this Western Conference, and I'm not scared of anybody. I'm
Dude,
not. I mean,
I
the
think
Warriors are probably going to win it again.
No, I think Denver is the team to beat this year, unless somehow Kevin Durant comes and they just have this cohesiveness. But I just don't trust. I'm anti Chris Paul. I'm anti
correct.
Devin Booker.
Yeah,
And I
of
used to
course.
be, I'm semi anti Kevin Durant, but I hate them other two way more. So, Dallas Homer over here. But
Yeah.
I think both of those teams are. I think Denver has got it. Like, you don't hear anything about them. From game to game, they've been super consistent. Now, playoffs changes everything. People play better defense. So you're right. Maybe this could be it. But on the other side, on the East, it's not. There's not a lot there either. There's Golden State. I mean, not Golden State. Boston and Milwaukee, and that's
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, so I ask you. So playoffs start tomorrow. We're the eighth seed. Let's say we've
Ugh.
gotten through the little
Play-in?
4-team
Yeah.
play-in tournament, and we somehow get through that, and we're the eighth seed. All right, and we play Denver. We go to Denver on Sunday for game one. How scared are you?
Dude, I'm scared. I am.
Really? I'm not
Yeah.
scared at all. I'm more
Yeah.
scared of the Golden State or the Suns than I am the Nuggets.
Yeah, I mean, I think we match up well. I would. You're right. I mean, if you're picking all three teams, I'm scared of playoffs in general. Like, I just don't think the Mavs have it.
Yeah.
But that being said, out of the three teams, I guess Denver would be the one that I would be like, okay, Luca shows up. Well, Luca shows up against Phoenix too, but Luca shows up against Denver against his buddy, and he plays well. And I could see him putting forth the effort to be like, I'm not losing to this team.
Yeah.
The same way I kind of feel like he would do it against Phoenix. Like, he just hates Phoenix. And did you see that quote? Devin Booker. He was like, "Y'all always say we're all friends, but we got some beef here." And
Hey man, I love it. That's exactly the way it's supposed to be. That's how you create interest in sports. You're finally getting some of it, and that's exactly what needs to maintain. Now, not everybody it's just those two players that hate each other.
Yeah.
It's similar with Miami and with Dirk and with Dwayne Wade. Right, we hated them. That was such an intense, fun series.
It's the
And then
stars.
they came to play. Yes,
Stars that hate each other. So that's
exactly what we need. So that the NBA needs more of that than all these players getting along and going and partying together. No, Luka needs to hate him and wants to kill him every time he gets on the court with them, and that's what I absolutely love it. I love that.
Hell yeah. You want to watch it. I can't wait for them to argue.
Exactly.
And Luka's
Exactly.
faces, dude. I saw another like clip, and it was Luka was shooting a free throw. I don't know if it was Devin Booker, but Luka like looked over, gave him a smirk, like, "What? Like,
Yeah.
you that stupid?" Like,
I I just these it just seems awkward to me to be sitting there next to somebody just talking that kind of smack to people. It's just crazy.
yeah,
Absolutely crazy. So, but no, I love it. I absolutely love it, and I hope it continues. And I hate Devin Booker, and I hate the Suns, and that's exactly the way it's supposed to be. We love Dallas, so we're supposed to hate the Suns. I can't say I feel that way about the other teams. So,
yeah.
it's actually it's like the Spurs when they were good. I hated the Spurs because they were such jerks. Hated the damn Spurs, man.
Now we
But they
can
were
care
so
less.
good. Yeah, now we can care less. Poor Spurs. I try. You know what's going to happen. I mean, I can almost assure you this: the Spurs are the luckiest team in the NBA, similar to Golden State. They're going to fall back into. They're going to somehow get the number one pick and get this Victor Wembanyama guy or whatever his name is, and he'll be a Popovich guy, and he'll be the greatest defender of all time. Plus, he'll have Tim Duncan type offensive numbers. So
Yeah. Who's
that's
this guy? Where's he from?
the France or I don't know, man. I don't know enough about him, but I just know
Yeah.
that's the number one. That's the number one player in the draft. That's what everybody's targeting. The tank teams, the four of them or five of them, whatever there are. That's who they all want. That's who they're going after. Is this Victor Wembanyama guy?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to start getting into it. I'm
Yeah,
about to.
he's like 7'3", and he's like Kevin Durant, like skinny, tall, almost 7 foot, but I think he's even more athletic.
Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get into it because I haven't been in a big sports mode. You know, I got a new job coming up. I'm gonna be at home looking up things. Hopefully, a
There
little
you
bit
go.
a little bit of extra time to
There you go.
do the dirty work.
When you're not cruising it, or going
Yeah,
on
going to Mexico
high
and
school
stuff.
trips. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Or
Hopefully-
junior high trips.
Yeah, hopefully I get back safe. You know,
Yeah,
it's scary out there.
them mosquitoes are get you, man. They're bad.
I was more talking about the Mexican
I'm not
gang
going
cartel.
there.
Okay,
I'm not going that way. I'm not. I wouldn't even. That's why I wouldn't get off the boat. I
Yeah.
wouldn't even get on the boat. It's going to take a lot for me to get on the boat.
I'm going, man. Only live once.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll wrap up on this, Matt, so we can get into some stuff that you like. We got Spurs tomorrow, Lakers, Grizzlies, freaking again. The rest is the Kings. We keep having trouble with the Kings, but the rest isn't really terrible. Sixers. So our next three games besides the Spurs, after the Spurs, so Friday, Monday, Wednesday. That's going to be
Lakers,
a tough
Grizzlies,
stretch.
Warriors. Yep.
Lakers, Grizzlies, Warriors. Yeah, that's going to be rough.
Yep.
Even with Grizzlies just not having anybody, but we just can't freaking beat them, dude. Like, why are we playing them 3 games in like a week and a half span? Like, how freaking stupid is that?
Just the way the schedule lined
It's
up, man.
our damn luck, dude. Our
Yeah.
damn luck.
And that would be the games that our two best players miss. So
Yeah, and
we
need
got
to
to get
win.
them back healthy, man. We just got to get them back healthy. That's the bottom line, and then we can reevaluate, get to the 6th or 5th seed, maybe 4th, depending on how everything else happens, and then go from there. Don't take a chance in that play-in. I can promise you
No,
that because
for
I
real.
don't trust them. Yeah, anybody can win in that crap. So
Yep. And it's a long way. Even if you get through it, it's like, okay, now you start the playoffs tomorrow. Like,
Yeah.
7-game series. Let's go.
right.
All right. What's next? Oh, you told me some Dallas Cowboys action. What happened there?
Well, they acquire 5-time Pro Bowl cornerback Stephen Gilmore, ex-Patriot, former Colt, for a 5th-round draft pick.
Hell yeah. I don't
So
know. I'm not big. I mean, he's older, right? Like, so he's not.
Oh
gonna be-
yeah, he's at the end of his career. He's definitely not the number one cornerback on anybody's team. Maybe the Colts he was. I didn't even pay attention to the Colts, so I don't know how good he was. So that's typical because he's a Patriot, so they go unnoticed, and typically
Yeah.
no one pays attention to him. But
They just do their job.
yeah, that's exactly right. But people tend to get lazy. when playing for the Cowboys. So he might. Dallas is a lot funner than Indianapolis, I bet. So he might go out with Dak and Zeke, and he might forget how to play
Decide to be
cornerback.
lazy. Yeah,
Exactly.
it'll be perfect. Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
perfect. But we need it. We need some cornerback help. We're not set. Like defense, we had a decent defense last year, but Trayvon's coming off. I guess he'll be here next year, obviously. But Trayvon, that's it. Like with Trayvon, and you don't know these players either. But Bland, he had a good season, so hopefully he can build off of that. But
Nice rookie. Nice rookie.
Dude, ball hawk, dude. I don't know how he gets these balls, but he's out there getting fumbles, getting interceptions, whatever. He's a baller, and that's what you need. You need lucky guys on defense. That's why Trayvon did so well the year before. But you need 3 to 4 corners, decent corners. So I'm okay with getting an old guy and seeing what happens. The Cowboys are good at getting old people that are past their prime and
getting some depth. They got some depth.
Yeah.
They got some depth. I mean, dude, this is so sick. If you look at the NFC, if you are a Cowboy, a player, a fan, Jerry Jones, from the bottom to the top, look at who you have to play in the NFC. I want you to tell me who the best quarterback is right now in the NFC.
Quarterback?
Quarterback.
Shoot. Name them. Let's see.
Okay, we'll start with the current NFC champion, the guy for the Eagles. I can't think of his name. Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, let's start. We can just compare it to Dak. Is that what you're trying to get at?
I am trying to say no. The time is now. The competition is weak. There's no competition in the NFC. All the good quarterbacks are on the other side of the equation.
Or maybe retiring.
Yes, correct. That Aaron Rodgers is either retiring or he's going to the Jets. But even if he returns to the Packers, who cares? Matt Stafford with the Rams might be the second or first best quarterback next to Jalen Hurts. That's who you have to beat. You don't have to beat anyone else. You're not going to tell me Derek Carr's going to go to the Saints, although I think he's a serviceable quarterback, and I think the Saints always have a strong defense, and I think they will be good, and they probably will win that division. He still doesn't scare me. He's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not Burrows.
And they don't have that Broncos coach no more, so I'm not scared of. I like Derek Carr. He's solid, but I agree.
Man. So the time is now. Y'all need to make some moves. Y'all need to get on this train and figure it out. So,
yeah, I would love to say I have faith. In case you didn't notice, Josh is not a Cowboys fan, but he lives here, knows a lot about him. But I don't have faith, dude. I don't have any faith.
I wouldn't either.
We need another receiver. The coach was talking about running the ball more. So we decide to do that tag on Pollard, who's coming off an injury, who may not be the same. They got a lot, man. It seems like every year I'm like, we need a lot. Like we need these things. We need a corner. We could use another edge rusher. We could, we need another receiver. We're supposed to have this number one receiver, but the problem is breaking news. I think our number one receiver is a great slot receiver. So, it's just you need somebody big. I think for Dak. That's why Jason Witten was good with Dak. That's why these tight ends are good with Dak. He needs that big body to throw to. He's not good. Just to be honest, he's just not good. And he needs that big body, and number 88 CD Lamb is just not that.
And McCarthy's talking about going more to West Coast style offense, running the ball more and throwing shorter passes, where Kellen Moore was run the ball and set up longer passes, which just didn't seem to have a whole lot of success.
Nope.
So we'll see what happens.
Nope. They stink, these Cowboys, man. But, they're going to Super Bowl next year, though. And I can't wait.
Yeah,
I cannot wait.
Oh, that's not the Cowboy fan I know in you, Brandon.
I'm all about it. I'm gonna say they're going to Super Bowl. But ask me if they're gonna win next week. I'm probably gonna say no. But yeah, and they freed up some money. I pray that they did not restructure these people. They restructured Dak. They restructured lineman. Can't think of it right now. I'm not going to look it up. But they restructured a
Zach Martin.
couple contracts. Maybe Zach Martin. I can't
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah. See.
And I hope they didn't do that to get freaking Gilmore. Like I'm hoping for
Oh
something.
no, I don't think he was a big. He's not. He was a fifth round pick guy. I don't think his contract was
Okay.
that big. I
Okay.
didn't even know. I didn't even
Just
see
a
it. They
one
didn't say
year.
anything
It's probably
about
just
it.
a one
Yeah.
year thing anyway. But I hope they get somebody, man. They need something. I don't know if it's a receiver. Everybody keeps talking receiver. I'm down, man. Just some of these tight ends are getting swept up too. It's like we could have used some of that. Like I don't have faith in Hendershot or whatever the guy's name is.
Oh.
But yeah. What's next? What's next on the agenda? Our last agenda, this NCAA tournament, also known
Yeah.
as March Madness.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard about it. It's new to me. This is the first time I've heard about it. Did a little research on it. It seems very exciting. The hype seems to be real involving this
Yeah,
March
who'd have
Madness
thought?
tournament. I didn't even know college basketball existed until today. So
Because
I didn't know
TCU
it was a
just got
thing.
in. Is that why?
Hey, take it easy, take it easy. I'm still wearing my ego real low, real delicately after watching Georgia spank us so in the national championship game. So there's still a bruise there. There's still a big bruise there. By the way, I hate LA. I'll never go to LA again, and I hope the whole state of California burns into the ground
Ooh.
and floats into the whatever ocean, Pacific Ocean over there. What a miserable experience that was. Stupid state.
just because TCU was not meant to be
Oh
there,
no,
dude. That's why.
no. I'm
That's
not
why
even
you hate
talking
it.
about the game. No, we could have won, and I would have still felt the same way. I thank my buddy Joey for that one, forcing me into that nonsense.
Nah, dude, I'll go. I
Yeah, it was a
told I
fun
told somebody
experience.
else like I'm not a huge basketball, college basketball fan, but man, I go to a game. Take me to a game. I don't even care which game it is. I
Yeah,
will go.
yeah. But getting back to March Madness, the fun starts tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I
Who
know
you
you
got?
haven't really paid much to. Well, you got some play-in games, so you got two 16 seeds playing, and then
Oh,
you got two 11 seeds playing tonight. They got the last four kind of they call them in where they kind of play
yeah.
in almost
First
like the
four.
NBA
First
does
four.
their little play-in. Yeah, so they have their play-ins. You got two 16 seeds, which they're fun to watch if you're looking to gamble on something. But
Mm-hmm.
Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, and Southeast Missouri,
Missouri State.
and
Yeah.
who cares? Yeah, they're both going to go play number one seed and lose. But
Arizona
you got
State's in there
Pittsburgh.
though.
Well, that's tomorrow night. Yeah, tonight Pittsburgh and Mississippi State play. I think Mississippi State should dominate them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Tomorrow night you have Nevada and Arizona State, and I actually think Nevada takes that game because that game I pay attention to because they play TCU on Friday night at 9 o'clock. The
Yeah.
winner of that
I
game.
see that.
So that is who I will be
Dude, I'm
paying
gonna start
attention to.
watching, man. I'm gonna record all these games. I'm gonna catch up on it.
And then you'll be on the boat. They'll be playing it on the boat.
I'm not on a boat. I'm going on a plane, bro.
Oh,
We
I
going
thought y'all were
straight
going on
there.
a cruise. No cruising. I'm sorry. Y'all are just going to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
Yep,
Well, they got a TV there, I think.
they
You'll be all
do.
right.
Best believe it. I'm gonna watch these. Something's got to be on. But yeah. Oh, so you can't make your bracket yet. We have to like people don't make their bracket till these games tonight
Oh
and
no,
tomorrow
you
or
you 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 put your black bracket in now. I mean, you can do it up until tomorrow, but you can choose the play-in game to move forward
mm,
because you don't choose these games with it. You just choose play-in, which no one cares about the two 16 seeds because nobody's choosing the 16 seed to be the number one.
right.
But for the 11 seed, it's very common for one of those teams to beat one of the
Somebody
six seeds.
TCU.
Oh yes, correct. So yeah, I did not like that scene. I did not like that we played the playing game. And Nevada's good. Mississippi State's good. Mississippi State's
All
all
right.
they. I don't know who they play with 6 seed. I don't have the bracket in front of me at the moment, but look out for either one of those teams. I mean, this is so wide open. I mean, we're at the point now to where a 10 seed could win it all, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of good teams, and this portal, the transfer portal for both football, NCAA football, and for basketball has opened up opportunities for all these little schools to pick up players and for things to happen. And so we'll see. It's going to be fun. It'll be a lot of upsets. I bet upsets. I just take It's just probably
I
gonna be a lot
love
of
the
upsets.
upsets,
That's
dude.
what I'm hoping for.
I
Exactly.
will cheer for a team just because.
Let's go. Well,
Just because they're
Kent
the
State. Kent State is the one I love the most.
who?
That's who we're. Kent State.
Never heard of it.
Kent State out of the MAC. And oh yeah, don't be scared of that MACtion. Okay, Kent State out of the MAC, and they will. I'm trying to pull it up here on my phone because my iPad wasn't signed
Kent
into
State.
the
They play
bracket.
Indiana.
They play Indiana. They will win
Mhm.
that game. And then, more
Kent
importantly,
State's
I
gonna
think
beat
they win.
Indiana. That's what you think?
They're gonna. I absolutely
All
think so. Yes, I
right,
do.
dude. I'll take some money on that one.
Okay. Well, you know how to do that. I've done that before.
This is true.
And
Who you got?
then-
Who you got winning?
And I got
Josh is the
Texas,
betting guy.
and
Let's
I got
see.
Texas in one and Alabama in the other. Those are my two brackets.
You got Texas?
Texas in one.
Wow.
And you know I hate Texas, but they're pretty good. Texas in one, Alabama in the other.
Okay. I could get down with that. You know, you don't know this, but I got a lot of Texas stuff back in the day when I was like in high school. I was like, oh, go Texas,
Yeah.
UT, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So, you know, I secretly cheer for them every once in a while. So I'm down. Bama, though. Like, what happened here? Why is Bama in the NCAA tournament? Like, you know, I know they're football, but what is this? This is blowing my mind because I'm not a big NCAA basketball fan. But I see Bama over here on the south side, repping that one
South
seed.
bracket.
Yeah, what?
South bracket. Not only the one seed, Brandon, but you know they ranked the one seed, so they were the
All
number
overall?
one seed overall. Yes, they were, and so they have probably the best college basketball player, Miller, B.
Mhm.
Miller. I don't know his first name, Brandon or Braden or Brian Miller. I don't know.
I like all those names.
Miller, B. Miller. It's B. Miller. Yeah, B. Miller. And he's probably the second overall pick in the draft.
Huh.
And he probably is. He's 6'9". He's essentially Kobe Bryant. And Alabama's good defense. They're tall. They're fast. They're just like Texas. They're almost the exact same team, except Texas just doesn't have a number 2 overall pick.
I know.
So
they don't. They just don't. They don't get the guy.
They don't.
They're
They don't-
always
well, no,
they're always
Kevin Durant,
average.
yeah,
You
they
know,
don't
they
have
make
that.
it to the tournament, but it's like I said, I'm not a big guy, but it just doesn't seem like they get that guy that just takes them over.
So I think Texas is like every other Big 12 team. They're Kansas, they're TCU, they're Kansas
Mhm.
State. They are all very close in type of what they do, how they play. They're very good defensively. Almost all those teams are very good defensively. And I would be very scared to play anybody from the Big 12. And I would, if I'm filling out my bracket, giving advice, I would advance all Big 12 teams as far as I could,
Mhm.
even the lower seeded ones. So I don't see them getting upset now. Oh, I just got an update. This is important. It says Luka Doncic is ruled out for Wednesday,
Oh, who'd have thought?
and Kyrie Irving
Please play.
is listed as questionable. Just says questionable.
He was questionable last night too, though.
Yeah.
Dang them.
So, but anyways, so fun time. Alabama, Texas. Those are the two champions I got, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's a number of teams though.
Yeah.
And Kent State. You heard it here first. Dallas Parlay podcast. My man Brandon, your boy Josh. Kent State will be in the Elite Eight against Texas, and they will probably lose that game.
Okay. I'm down. Dude, give me Texas. Yeah. I haven't
Yeah.
man, I'm gonna have to watch. I'm gonna have to catch up on some college sports. I'm gonna watch some teams, and then, you know, the next round I'll take my pick because I don't know crap about none of these damn teams. I know all the teams that are always there: Kansas, Duke, you know, I guess Bama now. Shoot, but you know,
Yeah.
Baylor. I got some Baylor fans over here in the DFW, you know. So
Yep. Their
they're,
problem is they don't play defense.
yeah, I haven't heard much about
they
Baylor.
have one of the worst defenses. They have really good offense, but one of the worst defenses. So they're the opposite team in the Big 12 that I just said, because they don't play defense, but they're really good offensively. So I'm sure they'll win a game, but eventually that bad defense will catch up to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's just important when you're filling out your bracket, make sure you know who's injured. Make sure you don't just pick by seeds. Make sure you know who injured. UCLA probably would have been one of my champions until they lost the best defender on their team, and he's probably out for the tournament. Of course, Tennessee doesn't have a point guard. You got a lot of injuries, so pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. Makes people vulnerable.
Heck yeah. Let's do it.
But Kent State, let's go, man. I can't wait to buy my yellow jersey. Kent State jersey.
You go all in on these random, well, I guess TCU, but random ass teams. Like what? Kent State? That's your team?
I followed them. They were one of my hearted teams all year long. I paid attention to every game. I liked who they were, and I've just been following them all year just to see where they ended up. And here we are. They got in. So can't wait. Out of the MAC. Let's go. But all right, man.
Yeah. All right.
We talked long enough.
Yeah, plenty of time. We trailing
turn
off.
it off eventually. Please don't turn it off. Please don't turn it off.
Yeah, let's get some fans out there. Y'all share us. Get us out there. We'll get a little better at this. As we keep going. A little more research, a little more planning, and hopefully just a little more time. Get out here every week. We're gonna start. We're gonna try to start doing this every week, so we can keep it updated. On our weak ass opinions, especially with the Mavericks. So hopefully they make the playoffs, so we can keep talking about the Mavericks every week, because that's that keeps me in it. So, but yeah. Great talking with you. We got this remote recording action going. But, yeah, it's your boy. It's your boy Brandon here.
Worked out well. All right, man. And your boy Josh. Hey, man, be careful in Mexico. Don't do anything crazy.
I'm going
Stay away
wild.
from them senoritas and drink all the margaritas you can.
Senorita's going, so, P's and Q's. P's and Q's, brah. All right.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, signing off again, man. Your boy Brandon, Dallas Parlay.